Great day, everyone. Well, I see that that Trump was just certified. Okay, so where do we go from here? Now, one thing that I'm going to say, and people wanted me to say, is it going to happen, is it not? I just, like I said, I read the cards, what comes out, comes out. And somebody said, I think you read them just from wishful thinking. And my comment to that is I'd rather have wishful thinking than pessimism and angst and anger. Okay, so what is your angst and anger and pessimism going to help the energy of anything? So when you're holding angst and anger and pessimism, that's what you're putting out to come back. It's never going to work out. Nothing's going to happen. Yada, yada. Well, when you're in that pessimism, then you're right. Nothing can happen. Okay? You're not giving any opportunity for change. So I'm going to say that, again, I would rather have wishful thinking than pessimism and angst and anger, because at least that leaves an opening for things to change. Okay? So, on that note, what do we do next? Now, there's one thing that Bashar said that's absolutely right. It's not always what comes in, it's how you deal with it, okay? It's your reaction to it. It's how you go forward with things. So, let's go ahead and we'll pull cards. I'll do a tarot. And just ask, how do we go forward? Okay? So we're not going to deny what's taking place. We hold an opening for it to change. We hold an opening for things to rectify. But be that as it may, while things are going on, how do we deal? How do we go forward? Okay? Well, I could tell you one of the main things going forward is to remain in positivity, okay? Again, holding out for change, holding out for something better to come in, holding out for things to rectify, okay? So let's go ahead. Let me pull this over here. And let's see what the cards have to say on how we go forward with this now that we have this in place, that, okay, he's been certified, doesn't mean things can't change. And like I said, if he gets in, he's not going to be there long. He's not going to be there for 4 years, okay? So let's go forward and see what we have and how we deal with things and what's our best methodology going forward. Okay, let's see, how do we go forward? The reading's about going forward, our fight, the energy, what we're bringing forward. Strength, having strength. When it comes to what? This abuse of power, or also, it can also be taking charge. Our energy going forward in strength and taking charge, okay? We're in charge of what we put out there. And so what is it we're going to strengthen? The energy coming into it is wanting justice. So holding for justice to take place. When it comes for long term. So we're not looking at this with just a moment. We want for the long term. And we have to come together in agreement. In an agreement of taking this power. Okay? Not allowing them to railroad you into depression and angst and anxiety. Okay? So what's going on now? Yeah, people are in this feeling of, oh my God, overwhelm, okay? The nightmare. When it comes to the gathering, when it comes to the harvest, they're not liking the harvest, okay? People are in that depression, angst, and judgment, okay? The challenge is when things are still up in the air. A lot of stuff up in the air to be rectified. When it comes to the White House, when it comes to the balance of that. And there are still messages that were going to come out. The challenge is to get these messages out about everything that's up in the air. The outcome is, don't forget, the wheel is turning, the karmic wheel. So don't get yourself in this maelstrom and make yourself sick. It says you have to sit with things, retreat, sit. When it comes to the mental things, and shed light. Come to a place of light rather than in keeping yourself in locked into this depression. Because underneath of it, new action, it's going to temper. There is going to be more coming out. Again, the Ten of Swords, a lot of things, this is coming to a conclusion, okay? When it comes to what we're holding on to, the energy we're holding on to, the things that we're out there fighting with, putting the energy out there of strength and taking charge, okay? So it's about what is being birthed. What are we birthing with that new energy? What is the cup we're putting out there? What is it we're flowering in that cup? It's about going forward to better places, putting more information out there, deciding what action we're going to take when it comes to coming to a victory, when it comes to the manipulation, and where we are moving forward to, okay? Okay, so for that, it says, yes, you have the shock of this at the moment, okay? The foundation is taking charge. We had that abuse of power, but now we take charge. Come together in judgment, putting out information, putting out more information of light, okay? The center of it strengthening for the long term when it comes to the harvest, when it comes to the White House and the stability of that. We sit in this time of meditation and also of what we are holding within our awareness, the mental framework. Above it, we go forward putting the energy out there for justice rather than focusing on this nightmare and getting yourself in a depression with everything that's still up in the air, because don't forget, the wheel of karma is turning, okay? So let's go ahead, and I'm going to pull the Zero Lenormand and see what else it has to say. What else can it tell us? Okay. So let me turn this on, turn this off, and turn the other on, and let's see where we go. Okay. So what can the Lenormand tell us about this situation with what's going on? Move that back. Okay. So, long term. Lots of elements to this. when it comes to the long term, looking at this poisonous drama, okay, eating away at the health, and it was a gamble, okay, it was a gamble. Okay, I got to move this over because we've got to have one more there. Toxicity, eating away, the health, gamble. When it comes to their craftiness, okay, the crafty drama that they're trying to do. We have got the obstruction. When it comes to now this could be something coming back when it comes to the election things. The man, the toxicity, the alliances. We have a big maze that we're going through with the health of this, so it's not going to be quick. They gambled on this divergent path, but it's going to wind up being problematic, okay? And their snakiness, their craziness, where they're clever is going to cause conflict, difficulties. There are conversations about this for the long term. The key, they're going to find something in this writings, in the key with a lot of elements. The mask is going to come off when it comes to the things he's done, okay? There's going to be arguments when it comes to the alliances eating away at him, okay? So all is not going to be happy in that land. They're about more... they're going to be looking at the stories coming out, the bridges trying to be made, the gambling, the bridges for that divergent path, and where this is going, okay? So we look at it first, the long-term craftiness, where it's going. There will be conversations about it. The center is about the alliances. Eating away, there are going to be arguments, going to be eating away at it. The mask of the alliances when it comes to the health of this, that's going to be revealed. Conversations about their toxicity of these alliances, again, are going to come out. When it comes to Trump and this whole maze that we're kind of stuck in now, okay? So when it comes to Trump, there are many elements and arguments again. Eating away, key is eating away at this. The mask of his toxicity is going to come off. When it comes to here, there's going to be some obstructions put into place. Many elements, key, conversations about his snakiness that he's trying to do. Now, some of these could be also some of the things he wants to bring in. His, what do you call it, where he signed executive orders and things long-term. Okay, his path long-term and the mask he's worn. So his duplicity and things are going to come out as well. When it comes to this divergent path, he's going to have difficulties with it, implementing it. It's going to have a lot of twists and turns, a lot more conversations about it, where it's going, the health of this, and the gamble we have here for the bridge that they're trying to bring these things together with, okay? So again, conversations, the divergent path of his snakiness, his craftiness, and the alliances he's trying to make, eating away, through all of these bridges and the twists and turns when it comes to trump our key. So, you know, we're not giving up the fight. More is going to come out, but it's going to take time. You know, it's going to take time, but all of this stuff is still percolating. All of this is percolating, and again, we're going to look at the things that he's trying to put into place, and he's not going to be there long. More is going to come out. More is going to come out. Okay. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.